guys, welcome to my channel. This video is going to have 3 different components to it. The first part is going to show you how to do your own manicure using Revel Nail Powder and the kits. So if you've already purchased it, it'll be a great visual to just go along with the instructions that they provide when you purchase it. There's also some tips and tricks that you'll see embedded as well, and I will talk about those after the tutorial. And I will also share with you my thoughts about it, some of the pros and cons, is it worth it, those types of things. So follow along if you've got your own kit and let me know what you think in the comments below. All right, so just kind of highlighting some tips and tricks that I have learned. I actually purchased the French manicure kit for this like months ago, and I was really lazy and I didn't jump on it. And I also, honestly, I tried it 2 or 3 times and it just was not working for me. There are a few very, very simple things that I did not know that I should be doing based off of the instructions that they give. I mean, don't get me wrong, the instructions are great. They're very straightforward. They tell you how to do it, but they're not specific enough. And what I mean by that, number one, when you're putting on your base, you need to actually put it fairly thick. It's not like a super thin layer. It needs to completely cover your nail and it needs to be very even. Then you need to quickly dip it in the powder. You know, you can't like do all of your nails and then dip them in the powder. It's gotta be, this one's wet, now I'm dipping it in the powder, or else it's not gonna stick to it. So that's one major tip. Another thing, this messed me up for the longest time. You cannot just tap off the excess powder. That's not gonna do it. You need to tap it off and then brush it off. Because if there's a layer on the top, when you go to put your second layer of Pro Base, it's literally just gonna like gunk up your brush, it's not gonna stick to the nail, and it's gonna be a hot mess, and you're gonna be like, what in the world am I doing? Just don't do that. That's probably the biggest tip I can give you that I finally figured out. When you're doing this, if you find out your nail is not looking the way you want it after your first layer of Pro Base and powder, if it's like really chunky and really uneven, go ahead and soak it off and redo it. Because once you do that second and third layer, it's gonna be really hard to soak off and it's not gonna look much better. Especially when you get to the activator step. There's not really much going back there unless you soak your nail for a very long time. You know, if you don't, this isn't one of those situations where you should be like, well, who knows, it might turn out okay. I made that mistake. Do not do it. If it doesn't look good, redo it. Trust me, it will save you a lot of frustration and time. Now, I'm gonna give you kind of my review about what I think of this product. First of all, if you're thinking financially, hands down, this is a great investment. So if you're getting your nails done, if you're doing the S&S dip powder or acrylics, I know it really depends on the region, but roughly you're looking at about $25 to $50. I think that's the very cheapest, and $55 might be the most expensive depending on what you get done, if you get ombre or French tip. So that's every 3 weeks or every month. So that's a lot of money. So let's put it in the middle. Let's say your manicures are $40 and you get it, you always keep them on. Let's even say you only get them done once a month instead of every 3 weeks. So 40 times 12, you're spending $480 to get your nails done. That's a lot of money. Now, it really depends on what you get, but like I got the French manicure kit because I like nude nails, and I'll be honest, they were too nude for me. I was expecting these to be like a light pink and they just turned out really, really clear. But this whole kit, and you can get other kits with actual colors, was like 40 something dollars, I think like 45. So about the same price as going to the salon. But you can barely even tell that I've used these. And I've already, like I attempted the powders twice and I've used this set 3 times. They literally look like they're still full. Like, that's not a trick. Those powders are full. So with that kit, $45, honestly, I think, I have no doubt in my mind that that would last me a year. The powders. Maybe the liquids I might have to rebuy once. When we're talking about value, I wanted to make sure to show you all the size of the containers that you get because there are options. The color that I have on right now that came with the nail polish as well was a 1 ounce, and the one that came in the French tip kit is a 0.5 ounce. So I used the 0.5 ounce, I think 2 times. Look how full. It's like still completely full. And you know, obviously the 1 ounce is still very full as well. And then I actually bought what I'm wearing right now. They had some really cute kits where you could get the powder and a polish so you can do your toes for $12. And then I already have the other pieces for it. So let's say that you're the person that kind of likes to switch up your nail color all the time. Well, buy a couple of these. I mean, you're literally never gonna have to repurchase for the year. So financially, Revel Nail is the way to go. Let's talk about time. Initially, it does take a lot of time to figure it out. Hopefully not after you watch this video or other videos, but once you get the hang of it, you're really not looking at a lot of time. Every step is repeated twice, pretty much. And between each step, you might let it dry for a minute or 2 minutes. Overall, I didn't count it up, but I'd say it might take you like 30 minutes tops. It's really not that bad. And that would be if you're being super, super careful. So time is another pro for sure. And then also, this is supporting something made in the USA. I think they're from New Jersey, I want to say. Don't quote me on that. I might have to look that up. But either way, it is made in the USA. It's funny because I ordered this right around when the coronavirus was a hot topic in China. And I was like, oh my gosh, did I just order something from a super contaminated country? Oh no. Which, you know, now it's everywhere, so it really doesn't matter. But if you're wanting to support our local economy, it's a great thing to do. Everyone's struggling right now. Although I think nail businesses like this are popping and they're struggling to keep ahead. So keep that in mind. It is going to take a while to get your stuff because they are overwhelmed with the amount of people that are purchasing these items. I purchased it because I just wanted to save more money, and I thought, you know, it's kind of disgusting that you dip everyone's nail into the same jar at the salon. Regardless of the virus, just general life healthiness, I just decided that was no longer for me. Anyways, got sidetracked, sorry. So we've talked about time and we've talked about money. Now let's talk about what everyone really wants to know, quality. The first time I successfully did it, which was like my second or third time trying it, my nails, after like a week and a half, they got pretty, you know, a few of them chipped off and stuff. But I was on a camping trip, I was packing kayaks every day, fishing, playing with dogs, like I was out in the wilderness. So, you know, you got to take that into consideration. However, I did this color a week ago, and I was prepared to come on here and tell you how amazing it's been and how none of them have messed up and they're still solid, they're strong. But when I was cleaning out the fridge yesterday, this one broke at the top, which is odd. So you can't really see it when I'm back here, but it is definitely broke. And once again, the past few days I've been kayaking, I do dishes every day, I play with my dogs. I'm pretty rough on my nails. I don't just sit home and, you know, watch TV all day. So I'm not super upset about it, especially since I can just redo it in like 5 minutes and then they'll look fine again. But it is unfortunate. The issue I am having is I cannot figure out how to get the top of it, oh, sorry, I was flipping you guys off. I can't figure out how to get the top of it smooth. Like, it catches. When I run my fingers through my hair, it catches. And I thought the issue was that I wasn't filing it down around the cuticle, but I did that this time, and apparently that's still not fixing it because that's definitely why this one broke. It caught something. The tips are strong, they are there. It is just that inner portion that's giving me trouble. So I need to research into that and see why I'm having issues. But overall, I mean, that's still a really good deal. And if I have to occasionally redo one, I'm okay with that. It's definitely not a situation where I can say, well, you know, if you look at what you're paying, get what you're paying for. No, your value, you're getting way more than you're paying for, because the financial side of it is amazing. But that is the biggest con that I have on quality, is just figuring it out. I'm still thinking it might be a user error at this point. So if you're the kind of person, you're willing to spend the time to look into it and really work with it, this is like hands down the best way to go for doing your nails, especially in our current situation. That is all I have for you all about Revel Nail. If you have any tips or tricks for me about my issue in the cuticle area, please, please, please leave me a comment. I'm gonna look into it and see if I can figure out what the issue is, because honestly, if that was fixed, I would have nothing but positive things to say. Love, love, love this brand, love this product. It's a really good buy. If you'd asked me like a month ago, I would have said, no, don't do it, ugh. So if you have bought it and you're having that experience, I challenge you to look into it and figure out what you're doing wrong. And I don't mean that in a sassy way, but I was having some major issues I was doing wrong. So I challenge you, work with it a couple more times, do some investigating. It really is a great product. Thank you for watching, and remember to hit the like button and the subscribe button.